The reproductive justice movement was founded 20 years ago by Black women, and today it has become the leading force in the United States, engaging women of color, low-income women, transgender folks on reproductive issues as organizers and as activists at the grassroots. It's an incredibly burgeoning and vibrant movement that's attracted hundreds of thousands of people into its ranks. The first characteristic is the diversity of the leadership and the base of this movement. And Groundswell's grantee pool is pretty representative of the movement, and about 85% of our grantee partners are led by women of color. Almost half are led by young women under the age of 30. There's significant representation from LGBT folks in the leadership of this movement. There are many organizations led by low-income white women. And this kind of diversity is very important for power. In this way, reproductive justice really enables us to have a platform to build a multiracial movement, to achieve racial healing. And race has been the Achilles heel of the feminist movement in this country. So for women and transgender folks of all races to be able to come together and stand in solidarity with one another, that's the evolution of social movements. The second characteristic, and this has really been, I think, the linchpin of the success of the reproductive justice movement, is that it's multi-issue. Traditional movement has offered folks one or two entry points into the movement around abortion access and so, to some extent around family planning. But what reproductive justice did is it said, yeah, we're offering folks those entry points as well, but we're also saying to young people, we know that comprehensive sex ed is the issue that you're juiced about and ready to organize on. We're going to stand up on that issue, and we're going to ask you to come into the movement and lead on that issue. It's saying to migrant farm workers, to Native women who are exposed to uranium mining, to all the women who are experiencing poor reproductive health outcomes because of environmental toxins. That environmental justice is a reproductive justice issue. We're going to stand with you on that. It's saying to the hundreds of thousands of people who have been impacted by the criminal justice and drug policy systems that issues like the right not to be shackled during pregnancy, labor and delivery, that's a reproductive justice issue. We're going to stand with you on that. So the third aspect is that reproductive justice has had this emphasis on grassroots organizing. And grassroots organizing is important because saying that we are going to win on reproductive issues in this country without it is kind of like saying the labor movement could have won the weekend without striking. It requires, with the level of opposition that exists, it requires collective action. It requires participation from the community.
There's an attack going on against women in this country. And if we don't stand up, we're going back. That's right. If we don't stand up, we're going to lose the little bit of rights that we do have. Yeah. If we don't stand up, we're no longer in control of our bodies, our sexuality, our work, or our reproduction.
Reproductive justice has centralized organizing that is about the people most impacted by issues, transforming the systems and the policies that affect their lives.